Yeah, and actually the 30 on my last at ACT.
Really?
Yes.
Well done.
Yeah.
Wow. That's fantastic.
Pretty exciting.
Right.
Oh, wait.
It works.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here, guys. It is a full house today. We have a couple different groups and a couple different things for the program. My name is Lázaro Alvarez, president of the Las Colinas Rotary Club. For those of you.
Yeah, let's go.
Beginning of the RYLA students, she went to Irving High School, 2004, 20-year graduate, reunion is coming just like, Richard went to his 50th last, week, so. The year, I mean, so, before we started, I would like to invite, for Bobby Haas to join us in the front to, do the prayer.
All right, Bobby.
Woo!
Let us pray. Our Heavenly Father, we do thank you for this day, for this meeting that we have together with the youth. And Father, we ask that you will give us wisdom and dealing with the heat, and that you will help us to be brought closer to thee. Give us wisdom and understanding. In your precious Son's name. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Bobby. And it is hot. A couple more days of heat to our county, so stay cool up there. We do have some members joining us online as well, so thank you for being there. And we're going to have President-elect Bill Lamar join us. We do have a full house today, and he's going to do some of the introductions of the guests and also get the program started. Thank you, Bill. Before we do that, before we take on.
To the flag of the United States. And to the republic one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, now we can have Dr. Bill Lamar.
All right.
Okay, everybody be seated. Now, for those of you who are not aware, Ed McCarty has been part of this RYLA program for 23 years. And today, he asked me to be part of assembling this class together. So this will be the last class that he's going to do, and we wanted him to be here.
Yeah.
And he brought his family. Are you ready?
Ready.
There's Tammy Henderson. Raise your hand. Tanya Duncan. Gene McCarty. That's his brother. His younger, better looking brother. Mike McCarty. Mark McCarty. I knew that. His youngest son. Amy McCarty, daughter-in-law. Jeff McCarty, grandson. Izzy McCarty, granddaughter. Jamie Wendell, daughter, and ferocious golfer. Art McCarty, son. Cindy, Sony McCarty, another daughter. Terry Wendell, son-in-law, who is, by the way, retiring from Southwest in 2 weeks after 25 years. Then we have from MacArthur High School principal Natasha Stewart, and from Irving High School counselor Jennifer Mitchell. And then we have Diana Pfaff from the Conventions Bureau. Hi, Diana. Then we have our RYLA student, and I want you guys to stand up when I call your name. Sebastian Rico. Miriam Hernandez. Allison Diaz. Oscar Mambo. McKenna Hurd. Then they have Bernadette Blakely as a guest. Then we have Ava Smith, who's also a RYLA student, who's Don Jensen's granddaughter, bless her heart. Denise with her. And then I think that's it. Did I miss anybody? Okay, you want to go right into, let's give them a warm, early. Okay, RYLA students, front and center, please. Up here. Ready? Ready.
Oh, no.
Okay. We want you guys to come up here. Reintroduce yourself. Speak, tell which high school you're from, what your best day at camp was, what you remember most about camp, and what you bring forward from that. Now, look at this group. We're old people in here. So speak slowly and carefully because we don't listen too quick anymore. Okay?
Hi, I am Anna Smith. I go to freshman Academy. I think my favorite day at camp was when was the day we had the talent show, because I was on the talent committee and I worked on it. So that was really fun.
Great. What school are you going?
I
Yeah. Did you say that?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else you want to say? You could probably give us a testimonial about being Don's granddaughter.
well, I guess I'll just like.
Oh, just your ear.
I think one of my favorite things in RYLA is that it takes you out of your comfort zone, which which allows you to do things that you would probably never think about doing it because they were out of your comfort zone. And also because you're not the only one being put out of it, because everyone else there is. Every camper there is also developing, that's in the comfort zone that they have, which kind of gives everyone a bit of a connection and a way to relate to each other, which also allows you to form bonds with your fellow cabinmates and campers and make lifelong friendships, which happened to me. Actually, I'm actually kind of nervous about because I'm not good at speaking. This is my thinking. But because thanks to RYLA, I do feel a lot less nervous than I would usually. I would thank them for that and for all. But it was great.
Hello, my name is Allison. I'm from Irving High School, and I feel like my favorite activity to do at Camp RYLA was the Olympics, because when I got to Camp RYLA, I was very nervous. Like, I wanted to go home, honestly. I even had the days coming down and everything to go home. But I feel like for the Olympics, is when I got to really socialize and break out of my shell, because I like to play volleyball and sorry, I'm nervous. Once I got to play volleyball, I got to speak to my group a lot, because since I have a lot of experience and a lot of my cabin members didn't have a lot of experience with volleyball, so I taught them how to play certain hands and do things like that, and I'll string them on, so they could feel comfortable, and we ended up placing 3rd place for volleyball. Okay, so, yeah. And yeah, I think I had a fun experience at Camp RYLA because I got to break out of my shell, and now I feel like it's easier for me to socialize with other people.
Hi, my name is McKenna Hearn. I attend Irving High School. And my favorite memory at camp was probably the talent show on Zoom. Because we had like, my cabin mate and I both brought yo-yos. We thought it'd be like a hilarious idea to have like the best yo-yos in the world. And we had like 2 instrumentalists, which are actually kazoos. 2 of my other cabin mates had kazoos. They were doing the Star Wars theme song while we're, I don't know, we were trying to yo-yo. Okay, sorry. And it was just really funny. It was supposed to be like a satire event, and I don't know, it was fun. But the thing about camp was the beginning of camp, like we were all like failing at everything. And it's a big fail. I just didn't get so that hard, honestly. We had like these icebreaker games. Yeah, no, we gave up. Like I don't know. My cabin just decided not. And then it was crazy going from that to 2 days later, going for volleyball and also, of course, getting first bow. Yeah, I don't know, it was a really good experience just growing with our cabin, like people we've never met, acting like we've known each other for years. So it was a pretty good experience.
Hello, my name is Oscar Napple. I go to Irving High School. My favorite experience from RYLA is probably the Olympics. That's mainly because my time with 5 of us, Kevin, we won the Olympics. I forgot to bring my medal. I would have shown it off first. But yeah, we won the Olympics. We also won the Kevin Cup at the end of the week. I thought we were the best. Honestly, I really enjoyed Camp RYLA, especially since from the beginning, like the ice was broken immediately. There was no ice, like to begin with. Well, when we walked in, well, I was one of the first ones to walk in, and we were immediately greeted with each other. And right after that, the next person came in, and we were having the first people that came in had to give the rundown of the entire cabin to the people that had just come in, which was it was kind of weird since our theme was submarines. So we had like our in the center we had like a little what we called it a sanctioned wrestling because it looked like a wrestling ring. We didn't actually wrestle sometimes. And we had to give each other the rundown, which included like how to use the restroom, which was it was really crazy, but it was really all around a fun experience. And I would go again if if I had more people with me. I would like to show them how it was, especially since it was so great. Thank you.
My name. That's fine. My name is Sebastian Rico, and I, like the people who call me, go to Irving High School. So, Tigers, go Tigers. My favorite day at camp was Thursday, because that was when we had our lip sync competition, and our cabin had to lip sync to Bohemian Rhapsody, and we won. We won. No competition, we won. And after that, we had our little campfire reflection, which was like a quiet night with like a fire where we got to talk to our cabin mates and reflect on the week. And there were a lot of tears shed, but I don't call them tears. I call them liquid pride. And I am so happy that I got to go to Camp RYLA. There really is no place like home, and for a week, Camp RYLA was my home. And yeah, I would do anything. I would do anything and give anything to go back. And the people that I met there, they were such incredible people with so much composure and compassion. If the world was filled with people like them, then there wouldn't be a need for people like them because the world would be so perfect. And these people, they just I love my cabin. When the world tells them to move, they plant themselves like trees on their foundations and they tell the world, no, you move. And I want to bring that energy. I want to bring that attitude to the places that I volunteer at. And yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Hello, my name is and I go to Irving High School, and we got to Camp RYLA, not meant to be like self-favorite.
And like they said, something that stuck to me with the speakers is like, it's time to be selfless. That means to like, just focus on yourself and to put yourself before others. Because once you focus on yourself and know what your true worth is, you can go ahead and spread that positivity with other people. And that's one thing I really like learned and took away from Camp RYLA, is to spread that enthusiastic energy, just motivating others to push themselves beyond their boundaries and all that other stuff. And like, there's so many times I got out of my comfort zone there. Like just right now, I'm talking over here and like, I'm such an introvert person. The first few days I was like not clogging. I mean, I would clog, but then towards the end of the week, I like opened up to those people, my cabin mates. And it was just so empowering to see like other people have the same goals and like wanting more. And like Camp RYLA also pushed me to like do something really big. I got like an opportunity from the Hispanic Scholarship Fund to like visit the U Chicago University. And I was all by myself. That was my first time flying. I was on the airport. I was so scared. I was so like tempted to just not go. But I was like, no, I have to. And the reason why I went on to that plane was because of Camp RYLA. I was like, if I was able to attend Camp RYLA and be alone and just like survive that week, and I can do anything. So I was like, and I'm so glad I went to that plane. They also taught me so many other things, but yeah, I'm so grateful for Camp RYLA for this opportunity to be here today. So yeah, thank you.
Now, a couple of things that I want the club to understand. I have spoken to all these kids and to these two administrators over here and reminded them that this club has 6 endowed scholarships, that we want these young adults are all going to be seniors this next year, to be proactive about being part of that and the scholarship that the church and I endowed. The other thing I want you to know is Oscar, right? Oscar, Sebastian is the only one of these that doesn't work, okay? But he is primary caregiver for his 3 younger siblings. The youngest is 3, and they speak Spanish in their life. All of these kids have GPAs of 3.9 or better, and they are all involved in all kinds of activities. And Sebastian is a tuba player in the marching band and in the orchestra. He's a section leader. I remember this because he brought his tuba to camp. He had to hold it down. Now, Rick, if you will roll Ed up here, we will get a picture of all of us with Billy McCarty. It's so hard, Ed.
Dr. Barr,
Yes, sir.
are they aware that we have an Interact Club at Irving High?
I do
In
not
all
know.
the high schools?
Are you aware of the Interact Club? Check it out. Okay, that's a Rotary for high school. All right.
Get with Shane after.
Yeah, that's right. You can talk to me later, and I'll help you learn more.
Hey, y'all did a wonderful job.
Okay, let's get some pictures.
We got one. Did you get it? They got it? You got it.
Okay, so we kind of turn it sideways.
All right. How high are those GPAs? So high. Let's see those smiles. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right.
And I have something for you, for the RYLA students. This is the 4-way test point. On it, it has 4 things throughout your life you can try to always do and say. So the first thing is the truth. So in everything that you guys do, make sure it's always the truth. Second is a fair to all concerned. Nobody wants to work with people who always just want to take in for themselves only, so it should always be equal for everyone. And everything should build goodwill about our friendships, and it should also be beneficial to all concerned. I think you guys, from your speeches today, you guys learned that at camp. So each of you is going to get this token so that you keep it with you, and whenever things get tough or you have a decision to make, I always look at this point.
My name is Rick Lindsay, past president, it's my pleasure today to do the next part of the program. I would like to start off by saying, are there others in the audience who attended RYLA? If you did, please state. RYLA people, RYLA people. Come on, y'all. I heard the excitement. Would you come up here and give us 2 minutes of your excitement that you shared with your team? Are you comfortable doing that? Just come tell us about your RYLA. I'm not gonna say what year, I'll let you say that. But you were so excited. Tell us your experience.
So I was elated to get a phone call from these gentlemen, to get involved with finding the students who would go to RYLA from McArthur. This year was a little difficult because of the time frame in which they were going. So I had a lot of students who could not go, and the one student who did go has suffered an ACL tear. So he had surgery today. But I was a junior in high school and was selected to go to Camp RYLA many years ago. And just like so many of these students, it was my first time to be away from home, and I got to go to Lake Tahoe, New Mexico. We went to New Mexico and had the absolute best time. The first day I was homesick, I was ready to come home. I had the days counted down just like you know, maybe. But the second that I got to interact with the other people at that camp, it became an amazing experience. So many things that I remember the song to this day. We had to learn a song that we took away. I bet you wonder how I knew going to Camp RYLA was the thing to do. By surprise, I must say, when I arrived just the other day, ooh, I heard it in the radio. That Camp RYLA was so fun. Yeah. Remember that to this day. And I was talking about some of the activities that they got to do with these gentlemen over here. The activities have changed a little bit. We rode horses to this hiking trail, and I was an athlete in high school, so I liked a lot of excitement. And they tried to give me a horse with a boring name. I don't even want that horse. Give me the horse that's named Lightning. So I got on the horse that was named Lightning. Well, Lightning got me in the middle of a river and then sat me down and dumped me in the river. But so pleased to know this organization at RYLA is still honoring students in a fantastic way, because the stories of these young people who stood up here and told you I felt the exact same way, and you just don't know, and maybe you do, what a life-changing experience that it is. So I'm just grateful that you continue to do that, and just keep doing the good work, because it makes a difference. Thank you so much.
I want to share a little bit with you. One of the other students came to this country. His mother brought him here when he was 12 years old. He learned English, attended school here, went to college, got a college degree, became a very successful businessman, and knew about this Rotary Club when he was young. He is now the current president, installed last Thursday or Thursday before last. Our current president, Lazaro Alvarez. Thank you for your service. If I can ask, I understand the way we can do this, if you haven't joined here. And I would like to read, because again, the first time was to help recognize you was in April of 2016. David Cole, Margaret, Diana Pfaff, the mayor, city council, we all recognized you. I'll let Diana talk about that if you.
I assume you remember when you were recognized as a high-spirited citizen. You're not gonna make me read this, are you? Because I don't wear my reading glasses out. Okay, thank you. Read this. Mark can be here at the city council day, so I would have been here anyway, even if she was here. But I'm not gonna speak for her, I'm gonna speak for myself. I've been with the Commission Bureau for 28 years, and we have had a lot of board members come through. I've gotten along professionally with all of them. I can say from my mouth to God's ears, there's not one that I did not like and that I did not get along with. We've been blessed to have a fabulous board. But some of them stay with you long after they're gone. And this one is probably one of those. I knew his son, Mark, AKA Mike McCarty. In high school, we went to Irving, I went to McCarty, but we graduated the same year, and we actually ran around with the same crowd together. So I knew a little bit about him, but not much. Everything I knew about him was. So I knew that he was a fun guy. I knew that immediately. But I didn't know how much that I would enjoy him and Virginia. My job seems fun, you know, I get to go to things, we get to go to events. It looks fun. It's hard being happy all this and being on your feet. But when you get guys like that on your board, they make it fun and they make you want to be a better professional. And they make you want to be there and want to be around you. And they make your feet stop hurting and they make your smile bigger. And he is one of those people. And so I just want to let you know that it was an honor to have you on our board. And it was a pleasure to have you on our board. Thank you very much. And it was when his wife recently passed away and we were in service. Some of the group that I ran around was some of Mark's friends. One I hadn't seen in, I'm going to age just 35, 36 years. And he came up to me and he said, wow, I can't believe you're here. Mark really does attract people. I'm like, oh, I mean, Mark's like the third person I'm here for. I mean, Virginia's first and Ed second, and you know, then there's Mark. But yeah, you and Virginia have a special place in my heart.
Spirited Citizen program started in 1988. Currently, for you who may not know, during that time period, there's 400 plus, which over 35 years. So it's been a very select group of people. And in April of 2016, they acknowledged you. I'm going to read a few words of what they said. Every few months we recognize Irving citizens high spirited. Tonight is Ed McCarty. This is on April 28th, 2016. It's very fitting to honor Ed tonight, recognize National Travel Tourism Week. Ed served on the Urban Convention District for 6 years. 6 years. That's 3. You were under 3 terms. Yeah. He served on many boards and committees and chaired the ICDD Community Relations Committee. That's a busy, big job, community relations. He's also known for his efforts in other urban organizations, and it speaks here about your work in this Rotary Club. And we're going to read about that here in just a minute. But this says he was director of vocational service. He was responsible for programs such as school supplies, youth services, OTC recognition, vocational awards, and Camp RYLA. they calculate, if you came in at 20, if you came in at 203, and we had 6 students per year, would it be fair, Don and Ed, is it fair to multiply 6 times 20? And say you guys have sent over 100 students?
Not quite. At first, we didn't have 6, we had 4, but.
That's great, because the Tuesday club had 2. That's right.
Or with this.
Let's say 20 times 4 is 80.
Yes.
So you students are one of the very elite group of the 80 others that preceded you to get to go to Camp RYLA. What an amazing accomplishment for you, Ed, to make happen. The Youth Leadership Award Program is outstanding, brilliant students, as we've seen here today. You received the Camp RYLA Program Leadership Award in 2013.
I did.
He was also the chairman from 2015 to 16. He was chairman of the Salvation Army and the group. Cody, so a lot of hard work here for Salvation Army. He oversees 20-member advisory council, making recommendations to the staff. So I get passion for Salvation Army. Served as a street representative for the historic hospital district. Some say you were out in the neighborhood placing flags for July the 4th and picking up debris and making your neighborhood beautiful. You did that, absolutely. Now, when Mr. Nelson and I group formed this flag program in 2002, you joined in 2003, you immediately became a key component of that program. So Salvation Army, then we thank you on behalf of the Irving City Council, the council thank you that night as being a high-spirited citizen. So today, I'm going to take off my ICBD past chairman helmet. I'm going to put on this past president Rotary Club helmet, and I'm going to read to you what this word says. This was Community Legacy Award. This started with Robert also in 2020. Since then, there's been maybe 6 or 8 of these awards presented. It's a pleasure and honor from this club to recognize you. This says club membership since November 20th, 2003. And unselfish service to our club in Rotary International and District 5810. With deep appreciation for your commitment, attendance, and support for the 5 avenues of service, the Paul Harris and the Rotary Foundation. Your dedication to the ideals and values of Rotary and the 4-way test has been outstanding. Ed, you are an inspiration to us all for leading with passion, enthusiasm, and energy. The Salvation Army Red Kettle Program, 20+ years coordinating the RYLA Youth Leadership Awards, and 20+ years of leading the flags over the and it's an honor to thank you from the Irving Las Colinas Rotary Club, July 2023.
RYLA program without Don. All the years we had together had a lot of fun. So Don, I appreciate your help. Because I wouldn't be here without you. Bill this year volunteered to take over. He'll do a fantastic job. Dr. Pike, last year assisted me. Used to be superintendent of schools, and you learn a lot from somebody like Dr. Parra. So I've had a lot of help over the years. The flag program, all pretty much the Rotary members participated. So I could not have ever done it without Rick and Bill and Bob over here. What's his name out here? Bobby Haas, and all these guys that work with us. So it's just not me. I was just lucky I could help. So I had a lot of fun doing it. I found out our kids today are great. They have great aspirations. They have hard work. As he pointed out, Bill pointed out, if they're not working, they take care of their families. All of them we interviewed hundreds of kids. We could have taken every one of them to camp. We had to take a select few. So the ones here today passed the test, so to speak, and they should be very happy. Miss Stewart is a prime example of what you get out of RYLA. She did a fantastic job here today. So all you guys, we expect you to come back and do a presentation like she did. Good to be there. Anyway, we found out that kids of today, they look for the future. They want to make things better than they are today in our society. All of them they care about people. That's really what matters today. We all work together as a team. That's what I had. And I really appreciate all this, doing this. I just had a lot of fun doing it.
We love you, man.
Right. Well, aren't we lucky to have the Irving Las Colinas Rotary Club for over 86 years in the community, with members like Ed, and just a bunch of other community leaders that really have focused on making this community better here at home, but also working with different international projects as well. As Rick alluded, I myself was a 2004 Irving Las Colinas Rotary Club scholarship recipient. So I was a year older than you guys when I was introduced to the Rotary Club, and thanks to that introduction and following the four-way test, it helped me get through a lot of different adversities that you guys are going to encounter as you guys lead a life after high school. So the relationships and also the experiences and knowledge that you took from RYLA, we hope that you guys apply it. And then in about 10 years after college, you guys come and join the Irving Las Colinas Rotary Club, so that way you too can pay it forward and be the community leaders that this community needs, so that we can keep going and doing more things like this. Again, I want to challenge all the RYLA students to go back to your high schools and spread the word about the Rotary, the Interact clubs at the different schools. Past President Shane Webb, who also was a recipient of the Irving scholarship on his town, will be leading the Interact clubs of the different high schools. So get with him, get with one of us, and we can give you guys some more support, so that way now we can get more people to follow the four-way test and also have that serving part. As you guys have noticed, for the RYLA students, there's a lot of people here that want you to do better and do great in school, and here to support you. So this is always your home, so let us know how we can help you guys. There are scholarships available for you to apply as you embark on your senior year, so be sure to look out for their Schools Foundation's emails, so that way you can apply for those. Ed and his family, you guys are a great resource for the community and have been since at the beginning, so we are grateful for all of that you do. We know that it leads the family, but it becomes a family thing to be able to support the community, so grateful for that. I do want to move over to the next things. On July 27th, we're not going to have a club meeting. We'll be meeting at the Constellation Club down the old La Cima Club at 5:30. That will be our meeting instead of the meeting here. And make sure you guys invite your friends, your neighbors, other people that are have a heart of service of both self mentality. That way, again, the more people that we have doing the flag program, the easier things get for everybody, and the more that we can produce, and also the more RYLA students that we might be able to send in the future as well. So, yeah, so that's kind of what we have today so far. I want to ask if there are any announcements from the club, from anybody here. Dr. Villar.
We need to start building flags a week from Saturday, 8:30 to 9:30. We've got built over 200 to be ready to go for Labor Day. So it's going to be in every other Saturday situation until we're back up to speed.
So not this Saturday, but the following Saturday, we'll be building flags at the D Church shed, and you guys know where that's at. Anybody else, any other announcements from the club? Okay, well, again, on July 27th, you guys, there should be a flyer on your table. If you could, please scan the QR code, so that way you register and the folks at the Constellation Club know how many people are coming, so that way they can have the right setup for us. But again, let's try to invite a lot of people from the community that we would like them to be part of the Irving Las Colinas Rotary Club, so that way we can keep growing and have more members in the community help out. With that said, we'll have our membership director, Ryan Maney, lead us in the 4-way test.
All right. Please stand and join me in talking about the 4-way test of the things we think, say, and do. First,
Is it true?
second,
Is it fair to all concerned?
third,
Will build goodwill and better friendships.
fourth,
Will be beneficial to all concerned.
All right, and just like past President Shane, we're getting out of here at 1 p.m.
hey, great.